G'day mates, and welcome to Hearts of Iron 4. We are playing the Alpha 0.61 update of Kaiserreich, and oh yes, oh, we're gonna see him again. It's gonna be glorious. Let's see his beautiful little face. Now, I figured out why my Kaiserreich was crashing so heavily before. I believe the music mod is fucked at this point. Okay, the first thing we've got to do is we need to get rid of joining limits. There we go. Remove faction joining limits. I'm a bad person, I feel bad. I want none of this nonsense. And beautiful. So, today we are playing Belgium. Oh, my sweet summer child, you are my favourite series. Probably just behind Peaceful Hitler. That game was the most impressive thing I've ever done. But, oh boy. I never realised exactly how good this rework of Belgium is. Here is none other than Leon Degrelle! But more importantly, that might be Leon Degrelle. But this is also Leon Degrelle! And on top of that, you've got Leon Degrelle! And on top of that, you've got Andre. But on top of that, you've got Leon Degrelle! So, there's a little bit more in store, worry not. To start off with, I have to say a huge thank you to the devs behind this, or one of the devs rather. Jean Qui Dizzy Hond. That's his Discord username. Beautiful, that's what I'm going with. As he helped me actually figure out how the hell to even trigger the events to get Degrelle into power. I had to spend so long testing to find out, only to basically get screwed by random chance. But don't worry, we're going to guarantee this shit. So, this is the Flanders Wallonia rework in Kaiserreich. To start off with, I think, oh yeah, there's a little thing that pops up. Let's read through this, shall we? Are we good? Good, we're saving the real good Leon Degrelles for later, don't worry. There'll be some proper screaming put in. Okay, here we go. Status report. Location of Flanders Wallonia. Located on the western border of the German Empire and bordering the Commune of France, Flanders Wallonia has a very strategic but vulnerable position. As the vanguard of the west against the syndicalist menace, we are supposed to stop their advance on the bunkers of the London Dorflin and push together with our German allies into the French heartland. To the east, the German behemoth watches us closely and prove difficult enemies should the need arise. To the north of us lie the Netherlands. Neutral in the Weltkrieg, our former masters don't seem much of a threat with their ill-equipped army and friendly relations. The economy of Flanders Wallonia. Occupation and major battles during the First Weltkrieg have clearly marked the country, and hefty reparations and general dismantlement of our industrial base have imposed on us have left us weak. What is once the eighth, really? Oh, probably like way back when. What was once the 8th greatest industrial power in the world was greatly humbled. Still, our people are sturdy and managed to rebuild our industrial might to a level approaching its former extent. However, as much as our industry is hopelessly reliant on German investment, there remains a great deal of work to be done. In order to reinvigorate the economy, the Aldebarte Canal was dug post-war, connecting the important harbour of Antwerp with the steel industries of Liège. Sure, you know that. Coal mining has expanded into the province of Limburg, further stimulating the steel industry, while the Flemish provinces have steadily developed their industrial power to partially replace the old reliance on the agricultural countryside. The political situation in Flanders Wallonia, my fucking god. It should just say Leon Degrelle. That's it. Done. I'll edit that in post. Fuck, that's gonna be annoying to do. Anyway. So let me just sum up what this actually is. Let's turn the music up a little bit. I have the music mod off, obviously, because that seems to be causing my crashes. Can we get something happy? Perfect. So, with Flanders Wallonia, basically you have a million different paths to go down. Like, this is the most impressive choose-your-own adventure I've ever seen. And it's seriously complex. The mod makers have done an amazing job of designing this whole system. So, to just give you like a general idea of the paths that you can go down. For the starter, you can stay with Germany. You can go with the Commune of France. You can go as Flanders or Wallonia, or you can go as Flanders Wallonia, or you can actually just turn into Belgium. You can do this, however, not just through like one path. You can go down, I know one way is the Flemish Council can get too strong and break away. Rebellion is one way. You can split but still be loyal, or like one half of you goes away and one half of you stays loyal to the Germans. You can break away and leave the faction altogether. You can Dude, it's just, like, numerous things. So many ways to go down. And there's only one that will lead us to Degrelle. And oh boy, I can't wait to find it, because to start with, we're actually the wrong country to be Degrelle to start off with. It's like, there's no Degrelle line here. What is this? So let's get to work. To start off with, we're going to go on over to follow the Galopin Doctrine, whatever that is, whatever. It's producing consumer goods, yay. Form up our boys. We're not really going to worry too much about them. The army doesn't matter a lot, because for the first part of this game, you're just making choices. But, oh man, look at this god. Look at this boy. Hidden sympathies? What? Oh wow, that's cool. Holy shit, I've never seen this before. Oh damn, and there's the artillery officer, which I believe is just, basically they've given the bear perk as a possible earnable perk. Alright, cool, get this guy in. Anyway, gonna get these guys in the good part of Wallonia. Lovely, we're gonna get these guys practicing as well. And, you know what, we're gonna save until we actually switch over before we start naming anything. Now, gonna start doing some of that. Oh, okay, that'll do for now, yeah, I guess. And slowly boost that up, beautiful. Let's get the tech in the way. Oh, well, we start off alright, that's not too bad. So this is going to be a lot of events to open things up to start with, because... Oh, also, yeah, we get a bunch of battleships. I don't know why everyone has battleships in this mod, but they do. Alright, boys, you can go to the Congo. Wait, we don't own the Congo anymore, do we? No, of course not. Strikes at the Zolder mines. Miners and workers at the nearby industrial zone have laid down their equipment to protest against the inhumane conditions that are regularly being exposed to. To fill the quotas imposed by the regional industrial head, many of the workers have been forced to work 7 days a week, some for over 12 hours a day, or risk losing their jobs. The cooperative of Zolder has decided to take action and prepared a large strike to fight against their conditions, and has sworn to uphold the strike until their terms are met. So basically, we have the choice to either help them or not. I mean, here's the thing, right? We could go, like, less factory output. It doesn't really matter. We're just going to go make empty promises. For most of this, we're basically going to be trying to destroy our own country, and you'll see why, right? So, a big part of this is, there's basically sort of, I guess, like, 2 or 3 main events going on, right? And you sort of want to, you go down one or the other. To start with, there's a lot of rebellions and resistance groups. There's many, so there's, like, sort of 2 halves of that. There's syndicalists and nationalists. Secondly, there is actually a big state, like, embezzlement issue, which is where you go down, like, the whole council thing. You go and invest a political scandal. It's really fun, because you're like chasing a political scandal in Hearts of Iron 4, and that's, like, what you do for most of your starting game. So that's another main thing. And then the third one is basically just the splitting of the country. Like, how does the country go? Which way? Does it just go Belgium? Does it go, you know, stay as a puppet? You know, yada, yada, yada. Whatever happens. And then, obviously, you can interact with the Netherlands, which I believe is actually, yeah. Hopefully we get these as Wallonia again. Who is, we've got to be, what do you call, become them. But, as you can see here, you can do stuff like, what's it called? Oh yeah, flourishing trade. You get, civvy factories. I think there's somewhere around here, which is like, yeah, off-map civvy factory. All this sort of stuff, right? There's a bunch of stuff. Oh, you can get the World's Fair as well. A bunch of really cool choices and decisions. I'm glad they're adding decisions to Kaiserreich. Decisions are very fun, because they're like little extra things you can play with. Anyway, for the most part, we're going to try and destroy our country, and we're going to build on time. Right, so, anniversary of the Antwerp killings. On the 22nd of Jan, this doesn't really matter as far as I'm aware. The country was devastated by the killing of a guy, 2 members of a union, by affiliates of a German shipping company. Okay, so that basically puts a union against the Germans, right? There was a big old a big old strike. When the government tried to shut it down, there was 6 casualties in the harbour and an imprisonment of over 300 union members, yada yada yada. And yeah, we can either say send in a representative or just forget about it, because I'd rather have the political power. Go fuck yourself. Here we go, beautiful. What's actually guns? Oh wow, oh my god. Why the fuck are we building tank destroyers? I mean, I get why it's Belgium, but come on. Seriously. Let's cut back on this stuff. Hey, African investments. Yay. Informal economic empire. Huzzah. Profits. Man, aren't I glad to get that -5 consumer good factories. Oh no, Black Monday. We're good. Alright, Black Monday's kicked us in the ass, but she'll be right. Let's start equipping our boys up like so. Beautiful. Now we have the choice to either close the banks. Basically, we always just want to play towards the whole keeping our political power up, right? So stocks plummeting in Brussels Stock Exchange. Thousands of citizens are flocking to banks to try and withdraw as much of their cash as possible. They're panicking. The banks are panicking as they see their cash reserves quickly dwindle, urging the king to take action before riots erupt in the street. While paying out to our citizens would guarantee stability in the short term, it would also come at a tremendous cost to the government. We're going to say, close the banks, right? Yeah, sure. Pretty much, I believe our stability gets reset when we switch. It may not be, but I know we get, like, huge boosts to it once we start to, fix ourselves over. But pretty much, we're gonna have to, things are gonna have to get a lot worse before they can get a lot rexier. Don't worry. Alright, oh shit, we do actually use anti-tank in our armies. Alright, whatever. Cool. Midden Krediatkast declares bankruptcy. Okay, what is that? That is... What is that? The financial branch of the Bund, the farmer representative body that boomed in influence after the Weltkrieg to the German alliance on Mittel Europa crops. Okay, so it's like a farmer organization? Alright, whatever. Thousands of farmers who invested their capital into this organization now stand with empty pockets. Thousands have been left virtually penniless in a period of ever-increasing instability and financial insecurity. Members of Parliament proposed a creation of a CKL, or a central vor land bucket, perfect, to support the troubled farmers by promising to provide generous subsidies to the agricultural sector. Basically, it's just, do we want stability or do we want political power? Yeah, we all know what I want. Don't forget, we need to destroy this place. Leon needs a reason to take over. And oh my god, I want to replace everyone with Leon. Everyone with Leon. Okay, so either we have the choice here of sending in the watch or allocate funds to rescue them. They've decided to protest. The Catholic Party has opened a debate in Parliament, pleading the King to allow them to allocate funds to keep the Borough Bund from collapsing. Nope, send in the watch. The disaster of 17th of February 36 marks the day that Aldebarte I was crowned as King of Belgium. Oh yeah, he's like, this guy isn't actually King of Belgium, is he? No, it's, yeah, King Albert I has been, he's in exile, right? He has followed the British royal family to Canada, right? And in the nickname Soldier King, large royalist underground movements plot his return. That's right, yeah, there's the royalist movements as well. This guy's just called Aldebarte, who's like a shit version of, of Albert, obviously. A very German version. Anyway, military parades and fanfare announced starting the ceremonies. At 12 o'clock, Aldebarte mounted the balcony overwatching the... watching over the Warnade. As he addressed the populace and celebrated yet another peaceful year, a loud bang resounded against the stone walls of the palace. In the midst of the crowd, a group of rebels had fired a gun in the direction of the king. They shouted, "Viva Revolution!" and "Weg met dem off!" Dozens of men and women placed at tactical locations in the crowd by the combined resistance, started rallying the people and prepared to storm the palace. Police quickly mobilized and formed a protective circle around the palace gates. Although the crowd dispersed into the surrounding streets, revolt quickly became too large for the local police force to handle. Now, this is the big turning point. We should wait for them to calm down. Oh, Aldebarte. Oh, you sweet summer child. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, it was the... Yep, here we go. The riots continue. Trapped inside the palace but safe from the rioters outside, the king decided not to resort to the use of heavy weaponry and has instead sought to deal with the protesters solely by using the local police battalions. However, the riot has proven not to be so easily suppressed and has started to spread throughout the entire city. Student organizations in the city of Leuven, Ghent, and even Brussels itself have been preparing their own protest march and quickly organized themselves. Chanting the Brabacon, I assume that's something Belgian, and the Lammers Louis, waving banners and protesting through the streets, the protests have quickly become nearly insurmountable for the police. It's only becoming worse. Yes. Yes, negative stability. Exactly what I require. Walloons in Charleroi and Mons rise up. Massive strikes and protests are also plaguing Wallonia, where large industrial cities of Charleroi and Mons have started organizing themselves into full-scale rebellion. Supported by the syndicalist resistance and raids of the police headquarters in Mons, revolters have reorganized themselves outside the city, biding their time. Will this never end? Like how my army's just basically... Like they're just chilling and working out here. Here we go. Originally founded by the German occupiers during the Weltkrieg, the National Landbau N Voting Corporate, or National Farming and Food Corporation, dictated a strict and planned policy to keep Belgian agriculture afloat. While the organization was dismantled after the war since rations and military management were no longer necessary, the failure of the Middenkreditkanz and Beurebund to assist in Black Monday crisis has prompted the pro-German regime to rekindle these plans and consider reforming the agency. No. Fuck that plan. What? Yeah, fuck that plan. Oh, wait, no. Look, here's the thing. We don't want the Germans taking over. I don't know if this will affect it, but basically you just have to say no to the Germans every single time they ask for something. So fuck off, Germany. Well, I guess Leon Degrelle's a little bit further away now. Yeah, no, wait. Oh, we've just got negative political power at this point. Yeah, Leon Degrelle is a very, very far distance away. My poor brave boy. Alright. We can go down here to get rid of Black Monday. We're going to start doing exactly that, I think. Unless... yeah, sure. Let's go down it. Alright. Oh, hang on. Who are you all with? The Shangqing? Oh, these... oh, it's alright. Communist China, basically. Oh, hang on. As the rebellion grows by the day, many soldiers of the former Belgian army have deserted and joined forces of the rebellion. Well armed, they may pose a significant threat to our ability to suppress the revolt. Mass desertion. Oh, boy. Socialite General de la Belgique splits up. The largest cooperative of Flanders, Wallonia, and created by the Dutch in 1855, the Socialite General has been the driving power behind much of the rapid industrialization and colonial expansion of the 19th century. After the loss of the Congo and the start of the German occupation, its power fell precipitously, but even today there is still the most important economic institution of our nation, dominating nearly 40% of the industrial sector. To weather the storm caused by Black Monday, several members of the Liberal Party are suggesting that we hive off the unprofitable branches and salvage what we can. The General Bank will be sold off as a separate subsidy of the main organisation and would handle the bank's affairs independent of interference by the SGB. Yes. Give me that political power, because I require even less stability. I think this is near on the highest I've gotten. I got really, really low. Well, wait, lowest I've gotten, yeah. I got really low as Australasia when I was playing as him. And I feel like, you know, I believe in myself. I can beat my score. I think if we can get like 30, I think it's probably the lowest I've ever been. Alright, here we go. The creation of the banking committee. Commission rather, to oversee the crisis recovery and stop the economy from imploding. While this is guaranteed to be opposed by German bank managers, desperate times call for desperate measures. Just, I don't agree with the Germans. Fucking, the proposal passes. Huzzah! That's all we gotta do, is just don't agree with the fucking Germans. Due to the rising tensions in the industrial city of Antwerp, a new resistance movement has been detected by our intelligence services. They're called Gunzengrop, and seem to have gathered a lot of support around the harbour area, rallying the populace behind their cause. They seem to work mostly underground, though, and as such there's seems to be no more intel about their members or their leader. Oh, don't worry, it's gonna happen a few more times. Belgium has like 30 different resistance groups in it. It's great. I fucking love this. Jesus, that's all I'm fucking reading. Man, it's nice to play Kaiserreich, though. It's just so much fun to actually play, like, just new focus trees, new things, more earlier stuff as well. It's really just, it's nice. If only the faction joining limits were just gone completely. Anyway. Support for independence grows. As the different factions keep growing, there will soon be a choice that might decide the future of our country. For the moment, there is little contact between the Walloon rebels and the Flemish. It might be our best interest to keep the situation separated until we can crack down on the rebellion. No, we cannot keep them separated right now. Aha, see, that's essential. We gotta let the rebels talk to each other. After the capture of a large terrorist cell trying to breach von Bissingkazing in Mechelen, the commander has decided to transport the prisoners to a safer location closer to the main bulk of the army. 276 prisoners put on the train convoy, called the 20th Train Convoy. Accompanied by a convoy of 15 soldiers and their officer, they left for Leuven. However, between Beek, these are not real words, and Hatch, the train was stopped by 3 young men who, under fire from the German forces, opened the prison train and allowed 168 of the prisoners to escape before the Germans regained control of the train. Oh boy. Yeah. Shit like this continues to happen, don't worry. Netherlands, I'm coming for you, mate. If only I had the political power. Mayday, mayday, mayday! What it means is the syndicalists celebrate the fight. Basically, the syndicalists are not having a very guerrilla-heavy day. I'm just not going to do much, and instead install a curfew. Yep, cool, that basically just helps them out. I love how there's basically the option of, do you want to solve the crisis or make it worse? Make your choice. Dun 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 dun. Every single bloody time. Don't worry, Leon, we're coming, mate. Hey, here we go, beautiful. Just want to go down and get rid of, oh, hang on. May hinder, oh, what? An easy recovery from Black Monday. Oh. I mean, actually, I'd say this is really cool, but to be honest, this line is kind of shit. Like, it gives me, what, industrial, electronics, and synthetics down by -5%. That's kind of cool, but it's not like getting a civvy factory and 26 steel and, like, instant recovery. Cool. Yeah, no, we're going down the Cillian industrial. Yeah, sorry, lads. I'd rather have that. Although, the Belgian lion roars once more. I can't fucking wait. I can't wait. That looks great. I want it now. Gimme. That was what the original mod that we played with Leon Degrelle was called. The Belgian lion roars once more. I believe that was the final focus as well. Like when we'd taken over all of Russia and shit. And that's when we renamed it all. It was the Belgian lion roars once more. And I can't remember, like, it was some final empire name or whatever. Some ridiculous Belgian empire name, and I loved it. I loved it so much. It was a great finale. Because that was like that was a seriously long series. It just so long to secure Europe. It was one of like the proper, like, against all factions sort of thing I did. I think I was with, what, was with the Axis to begin with, and then I betrayed them immediately, if I recall rightly. Ah, yes. Group G. While their forces were engaged in Wallonia, a devastating terrorist attack was launched on the electrical train network by the infamous Group G. Their resistance movement is composed almost entirely of students from ULB, Free University of Brussels. Encouraged by the protests at the universities of Ghent and Leuven, a group of engineering students from ULB prepared a nationwide attack on the railroad system. This is the first time an attack occurred in both Flanders and Wallonia by the same group. We'll have to stay wary of further cooperation between these two regions. Track down these students! I love that, like, there's, like, a full-blown fucking rebellion and revolt going on here. Like, oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, boy. Reports have reached us... sorry, I was going to say, like, full-blown rebellion, and, like, even the students are just sprinting around like, hey, let's use our electronic engineering skills to shut down the railroads, yay! And my guys are just sort of practicing around some forts of theirs. Well, like, look, this fort's got a little fucking smoko. Nice. Reports have reached us that deserting forces are gathering in the villages around Poppenring. Pope Ring? Pope Ring, perfect. It's like Stonehenge, it's just a bunch of popes that have fallen over. They seem to rally as close as possible to the French border, making large-scale troop movements by us difficult. Charlie Claser? I guess? Oh, Classer? Yeah, sure. Leader of the movement has started to expand the group very fast, exceeding our expectations. They are, however, in contrast to other groups, a secret army with a chain of command and armed to the teeth. It will not be easy to crack down on them, we'll have to keep a close eye on them. Station a small brigade in the city of Leper. Oh boy. Let's hope they don't start falling to bits to keep them in check. Oh yes, my favourite part. Okay. While we were trying to counter the Wallonian syndicalists and had to withdraw some of our forces out of Flanders, the Flemish decided to work more underground and have been recruiting members into their own movement. Priests have been trying to convince their parishioners to take up arms and liberate the nation, while rebels, isn't it like parishioners or whatever? I don't know. While rebels in cities have diffused illegal newspapers and propaganda to enlist as many as possible. The recruited rebels, guided by experienced veterans from both the army and veterans from the Weltkrieg, also performed small coordinated strikes against German transports and have been able to acquire quite the armory. It's not yet clear what they're up to, but it'd be wise to reinforce our control over Flanders, and risking loss of control elsewhere. So now we could go lose Flanders. I don't know why you'd ever just choose this one, but whatever. We could basically lose some of Flanders, or we could try and reinforce all provinces. That's not going to go well for us. Oh no, we're stretched a little bit thin. Which is precisely why I've chosen it. Look at my little boys. I like that it is just the Navy's like, fuck this shit, we're out. It's like, it's called the fucking German Navy in World War One. Just like, yep, time for a quick mutiny and sailing out to sea. Good. I believe they were actually one of the, they were the ones, like, one of the main leading reasons for Germany collapsing, if I recall rightly, in, was it World War One? Yeah, it was World War One. Alright. The 11th of July, 1302, will always be remembered as the great victory of the French army at Gulden Sporenslag? Fucking Christ. On this day, an inferior Flemish army defeated the French knights. This victory marked an important point, in the creation of an independent Flemish movement, and has been immortalized in the Roman by the van Vlaanderen. Jesus Christ. By Hendrik Conscience, rather. With German forces spread thin to suppress the resistance, the Flemish resistance has prepared a massive attack to liberate the cities of Bruges, Ghent, Kortrijk, and Kostend. Sure, beautiful. Due to our small forces, we were quickly overrun, and after 5 hours of heavy fighting, our last stronghold at the Gavenstein in Ghent fell, and the Flemish lion proudly waves atop its battlements. There we go. We've lost control of West and East Flanders. That is why you don't try and spread yourself too thin, my boys. Then the Flemish take over. It always happens. The 11th of July. Well, the same victory. Literally the story I just told you. Guess what? With the temporary defeat of the German forces, the Flemish resistance memorized this day and proclaimed the 11th of July a national holiday. Huzzah! Social conservatives and paternal autocrats. Huzzah! And is actually... Hang on a second, let's just... I don't want to show it off too much just yet. We'll save that for later, don't worry. We'll save that surprise for when it occurs. Oh, yes. Wallonia. Lovely. Good. Give me that. Give me that shit. Oh, God. Minus 376 political power. Minus 24 bloody stability. Holy shit. Walloons hear of Flemish victories. After the victories of the Flemish resistance over the German forces, the Walloons have now had the opportunity to decide whether or not to work together with the Flemish for a unified Belgium, or to seek affiliation with the Commune of France. The syndicalists are inclined towards joining the Commune and would help helping spread the socialist revolution. On the other hand, the Royalists would prefer to work with the Flemish to unify the country and reinstate the king. After days of frenzied discussion, the doors of the headquarters finally open, and the decision is announced. Alright, we shall approach our Flemish brethren and try and rebuild Belgium. Ah, yeah. So here's the first of the more important choices we need to make to get Degrelle. We need to do that choice. As far as I'm aware, I don't think going to the Sindies is a good choice. Here we go. So, after the proposal of the German government failed, the Flemish have now received a deal from the Walloon movement. They asked the Flemish to work together with them to ensure independence for all of Belgium and to reinstate the king. Now either we go unity is strength, that makes Belgium, or no, Flanders shall be independent. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. That means that Belgium is now no longer going to be created. Now here we go, this is it. Alright. So, after the loss of great parts of Flanders, the Flemish resistance have proposed a deal. They demand independence from Flanders Wallonia and immediate retreat of all German forces out of Flanders. Flanders? It's Flanders, right? In exchange, they are willing to remain part of the Reichspakt and fulfill their role as buffer state, and they will not aid the syndicalists in Wallonia in their struggle. We have no choice but to accept these demands, playing as Wallonia. Beautiful. Alright, we immediately lose. I love that we've already lost the game. Perfect. Let's just save up here. Okay, so... these are now our boys. Beautiful. Oh my... we gained divisions somehow. I'm confused. Yeah. Oh my god! What in the fuck? What is this division? Bicycled battalions and light tank destroyers. Mwah. Mwah. Perfect. I love it. I love it so much. Oh my god, even our horses have bicycles. Holy fucking shit. Yeah, so if you've not noticed, no, is it not here? Where is it? No, oh, it's because we're not Belgium anymore, right? Oh, would you look at this? Oh. Anyway, to start with, we've got to do a few more things. So let's start, okay, we built that stuff up. Let's just build some industry for whatever reason, that's fine. We've only got one factory, oh god. Flanders must have so many more than us. Alright, let's just equip out this shit, here we go. Anti-tank. Get those tank destroyers on. Beautiful. Alright. We can go down Walloon expansion. Oh, tumult in the army. Right. Let's start with the flying rooster. What? Spreads its wings. Dives down. What? Okay, sure. Alright, you fucking weirdos. Let's go for Walloon expansion. Huzzah. And then we can go down the various lines. You notice some of these are pretty similar. I believe this is how, yeah, we've pretty much get rid of... oh, build our own cyclotron. Foundation of the IBA. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh my god. Yes, that's awesome. Okay, anyway. Walloon expansion. Let's, oh god, we have to restart our tech as well. Alright, whatever. We good. Look, let's just get more construction stuff because we're gonna bloody need it. Perfect. Alright, let's save up here. So now we're Wallonia. Lovely. And so we kick off with the new events. Oh yeah, now just hang on. If I recall rightly, if we go for field marshals here. Oh my god, there he is. Guys, he's beautiful. He's so useless, but he's beautiful. He's so happy. He's almost home, but he's not home just yet. Worry not. This is not the true Leon Degrelle. We haven't hit peak Belgium just yet. Just yet. The dissolution of Flanders, Wallonia. Flanders. Oh boy. Flanders has seceded from our kingdom and has declared its independence. German citizens and the royal family have fled the region and are re-establishing their hold on our nation. Meanwhile, the revolution still rages on and is destabilizing the region with no clear end in sight. Quick and decisive action will be required to avoid the red menace that wants to destroy our nation. Walloon capitalists and liberals look on, however, fearing the revolution, but equally unhappy with German rule. Their efforts to form a republic have proven fruitless over the last decade, but a new opportunity may have now presented itself. Hoist the cock, for I am stiff. Wallonia is born. Beautiful. Not you, the cock. So, trouble at Searang. Now, this is another little sort of weird turning point here, right? So, if we go with... So, okay, here's the thing, right? If I get the king back, I don't... If we go... I don't want the king to take over Degrelle. So, as you can see, we've got 2 Rex parties right now. So, I think we're gonna go Republic. The king will have to wait. My apologies, dear old king. I'll always remember you. You brave motherfucker. I'll remember you, Albert. I'll remember you. Okay. Alright. With riots and protests throughout the entire Sicilian industrial, members of the syndicalist resistance have holed up in the Searang steel mines, refusing to allow the factory to reopen and holding 12 members of the administration hostage. Troops retreating from Flanders are massing near Namur, but a small contingent can be relocated to Liège to help quell the issue. Shareholders of the company, meanwhile, are desperately urging the government to leave the facility intact and are lobbying as much as possible to preserve their interests. We're going to listen to the Reds' demands. Alright, here we go. One of the leaders of the rebels trapped inside the mills has come out and given us their demands. They promise to leave the factory intact if the king adheres to the terms won on the 1935 strikes, signs a new Labour Act enacting the promised 40-hour working week, and sets out measures providing more transparent employee-employer relations. The Liberal Party has already declared their opposition to the demands that would have suppressed free trade and stripped privilege from them. Still, if we were to cave to their demands, we might be able to weaken support for an outright syndicalist revolution and change the mind of the more liberal POB members. We're going to stall the negotiations. Alright, here we go. We're almost there. A lot of fucking reading, don't worry. 2 days have passed. News of the situation has spread like wildfire, and similar actions have been undertaken in different places. The situation is now reaching a boiling point. We need to now act now, or our army will be spread too thin to counter large uprisings. Our commanders are advising us to make an example of the Searang strikers and send in the army to flush them out from their stronghold. We're going to assign a reduced version of the Labour Act. There we go. So, here we are. Labour Act adopted. With the promise of better working conditions and the announced Labour Act, many of the smaller strikes have been calmed and left the factories out causing too many damage. The strikers of Searang, however, are still holding out and are once more demanding the government sign the full Labour Act or to resign at once. The POB, who has seen its influence greatly increase in the last decade, has joined the syndicalist call and is demanding the immediate resignation of the government. We must gain support of the Liberals. So I do believe... Oh, here we go. Liberal Party refuses to assist. Here we go. Hang on. Oh, there goes the United Baltic Duchies. Smelling their chance, the Liberals have decided to throw in their hat in the ring and have joined the POB in their demands for the resignation. They state the only way to solve this crisis now is listening to the people and holding emergency elections. Yeah. Alright. Protests in Louisville. Thousands of disgruntled miners have come to the town square. The field gendarmerie have been keeping on watch. Okay, cool. The protest marks an end of an era. Further protests around the nation are already being organised. A general strike has now kept the nation paralysed for 2 weeks. The situation is becoming completely untenable, with many Germans leaving the nation to avoid repression by the syndicalists. The monarchy is faltering. Yes. The Namur March. Further protests are engulfing the nation. A product of the prestigious graph industry. A life-size sculpture of Aldebarte has been toppled in the town square and symbolically smashed to pieces with mining pickaxes. Nice. The police were quick to arrest the perpetrators, but already too late, as the shards of glass were quickly grabbed by the bystanders, permanently memorializing the events of the day. We must fortify the palace. Oh no! They're coming in with their pickaxes! Royal Councillor resigns. Yes, this is perfect. Not willing to risk his life for that of his king anymore, the Royal Councillor has announced his resignation and was seen leaving the palace to loud applause. The field gendarmerie have been used to push the crowd away from the fences and avoid violent escalation. Their efforts have been met by a grand, crowd-driven performance of the Chant des Wallons. Summon Parliament to the palace. This is my favourite part, where they summon Parliament, and no one turns up. The final royal meeting. Only a small faction of politicians have arrived, with nearly no members of the POB have answered the call, and have come to attend what may be the last royal meeting. The king has asked every single person in the room whether they believe his current predicament is solvable. He was met with no clear response until the leader of the Liberal Party, August Bussirent, stepped forward and told the king there was no way he'd be able to return to power. The people have spoken, and it's abdication they demand. Only then will we be able to calm down the populace and resume our work. Populace, rather. Abdication is the only dignified way out. There we go. Alright. Hoist the cock, Wallone! Huzzah! Turned down by both the Flemish and the Wallones, Aldebarte has finally given in and at 4 PM put down his final signature as the King of Flemish and Wallones. Although German rule is far from over, the monarchy has reached its end. Beautiful! Alright, so now we take our cock Wallones, and we're going to hold some elections. We're still not at Degrelle. You'll notice that for Degrelle to come to power, the government must fail. Not the German one. That one just failed. No. We need to go deeper. We've already been... So, to start with, Flanders Wallonia failed. Okay. The monarchy taking over in Wallonia failed. Then this new government, which we're going to make, also needs to fail. And then finally will the people realize they need their true hero. The one they've been waiting for all along. They need the good old Degrelle to come in and help them. Alright, let's fix this shit, shall we? Now, why are you... Did you give me a minus? Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Whoops. I didn't realize that was a minus. Anyway, so people are going to start spreading some propaganda in the upcoming elections. As you can see, we're doing that. We're holding elections. And then we need to invite the Catholics or the Socialists. And then we need to form a government. And we need to keep going down, because it ain't fucking done just yet. Okay. Keep saving up here, because this is a fucking endless journey. Oh my god, we're almost at 40 minutes of just reading. Holy shit. The PL is focused on countering the fear instilled by the middle class, by the Catholics. Carnival, after Ether, what is happening? That's just socialist propaganda, I think. I want to see the Rex propaganda, because I know this stuff pops up. There we go, Rex propaganda! Led by their mildly popular leader, Degrelle. Rex is seeking to sway voters away from the current cleanup, of the complete cleanup, or Groot Kish of career politicians, and to restore Wallonia to its true Belgian borders. Huzzah! So, we have the choice here of basically going for a POB president, which is these guys, I believe. We don't want these guys in charge. Instead, we want the PL. They win a close victory. The PL wins the most seats. Closely beating the POB and Catholics, the PL, under its leader, August Bussirent, has won the most seats and been given the right to begin forming a government. Whilst a Catholic-Liberal alliance is the most likely outcome, the POB has offered to assist the PL if they can guarantee more freedom for the worker class and immediately pass the Labour Act through Parliament. The so-called Red-Yellow Alliance would almost grant complete control over the government, but may be more difficult to keep intact than a Swedish coalition. So the PL take over. Here we go. Farewell, Aldebarte. Lovely. Oh, there's the port as the king. Ah, he's still here. But one day he'll be back. Instead, okay, so we currently lack the majority. We're going to invite the Catholics in, which is actually really fucking good. Well, damn, okay. Catholics are really nice. Yeah, okay, beautiful. Invite the Catholics in. They'll help solve some problems. And here we go. The civilian, oh nice, things are going up. DC spread some propaganda. Afraid of Catholics voting for them and against them and for Rex, DC has launched a smear campaign against Degrelle. No. Calling him alternatively confused, dwashhoofd, and mad with power. Macht. Well, I mean, okay, that second one is mostly correct. Is that meant to be Degrelle? Chasing mad with power or something? What the fuck? I love it. I love it. Alright, sure. Oh, but we aren't done yet. Oh, no. The fight goes on. POB is spreading propaganda. Oh, nice. After failure to hold Belgium, do you still trust them? Oh, scary. But we are not done yet, my men. No, no, of course not. The POB spreads propaganda. Oh, no. Hang on, give me a second. Let's just put some boys together, shall we? Actually, how much gear do we have? Holy shit, we do have a lot of gear. Here we go, that many. That should do us. We'll train up some divisions. Beautiful. And then you guys can get on the Flemish border if you could. And here we go, beautiful. Alright. Legionnaire Italy has declared war on the Serene Republic of Venice. Oh, my favorite war. All the anti-German propaganda. What is this? Police searches were unsuccessful in finding perpetrators. What is... Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Wow, it took a moment of looking at that image to realize what I was seeing. That appears to be 5 pigs wearing German Weltkrieg helmets, either eating and/or generally assaulting a Belgian woman. Not the Belgian women.
Now send the troops to the French border and prepare for war. It is vital not to anger Belgium, as the women might get hurt, and no one wants that.
God damn it. Alright, we're gonna have to take a break here, lads, because this has been literally 40 minutes of this. But we'll be back next time to finish up and get Degrelle in power. Next time, Degrelle should be in power. And by the time after that, well, we should rule all of Europe. Until next time, everyone, thank you for watching. And remember our sweet, sweet summer child. No, he's not anymore, actually. He's hardened. He's stiff. He is... Leon Degrelle!